The best kept secret at a luxury apartment complex in the South Bay. Mold so bad, people in one unit say they had to move out. Now, some of those tenants say a lawsuit suggests apartment managers knew about potential problems before they ever moved in.
Yeah, KTVU's Eric Rasmussen is here now with some new evidence uncovered by two investigates.
Frank Garcia, we hired our own mold inspector, and tests in one unit revealed mold in the air 5 times higher than outdoor levels. And that was after apartment managers told tenants their apartment was clean and it was safe to move back in.
It was covered in mold, and I just freaked out.
A breaking point for Justin Keller. Finding mold on the wood frame of his bed, the couch, the windowsill, even his clothes. Mold just about everywhere else inside his apartment last year at the Sycamores, part of the luxury North Park apartment village in San Jose.
When you say going all over our stuff, it just became too unbearable.
San Jose code enforcement ordered management to remove the mold. Keller and his fiancée had to move out. They say apartment managers eventually gave them a furnished unit until their place could be cleaned. Keller brought 2 investigates inside after cleanup crews gave the all clear. The couple says they were told to move back in or pay more for a different unit.
And it still actually has mold on here.
Keller not convinced the apartment was really mold-free.
Even as we're standing in here right now, we don't know for sure if it's still here.
Yes.
You'd like to find out?
Oh, I would love to find out.
2 investigates called mold inspector Tom Todd, who took air samples outside and inside the apartment. He also tested a pair of the tenant's moldy flip-flops. Results from an accredited and certified lab found elevated mold conditions, indoor air levels still 5 times higher than the outdoor sample.
But this number I know is elevated.
He's not involved in the case, but we showed the mold report to tenants' rights attorney Joe Tobener.
Clearly, in this example that you provided, the landlord did not do proper mold remediation. The levels are very high.
Also troubling, he says, is this lawsuit filed in 2012 by apartment complex owner the Irvine Company against the builders of the Sycamores, alleging breach of contract for construction defects including water intrusion.
A sophisticated landlord, like an LLC from Irvine that has a lot of property, is going to know that water intrusion equals mold. To the extent that a landlord knows about a defect at a property before a tenant moves in, the landlord needs to disclose that to the tenant.
2 investigates called managers at the Sycamores for a response and got a call back from the apartment's parent company in Southern California. The Irvine Company declined our request for an interview, but told us it determined the mold in Keller's apartment was not caused by water intrusion. The company said the mold was caused by the residents, citing high humidity, lack of ventilation, and living conditions. Irvine Company also called KTVU's lab results invalid, saying our inspector didn't take enough samples. But the company still acknowledged an unacceptable level of mold spores in the air and plans to do more cleaning. Keller insists he and his fiancée did nothing wrong, and other people who live at the Sycamore say the mold problem is not limited to one apartment.
When's the first time you noticed mold?
The day I moved in.
Kimberly Cates believes the problem is bigger than a few units.
I always kind of think it's like the best kept secret of North Park.
Justin Keller and his fiancée have since moved out of the North Park apartment village entirely. The Irvine Company says it spent nearly $6,000 to clean their clothes and property and offered $2,500 to replace damaged property. But Keller says they're still negotiating with management to try to cover their losses. While our inspector did not find elevated mold levels in Kate's apartment during this visit, she says apartment managers should have told her about potential mold problems before she moved in.
They told me it was safe. So it's like when you hear that and yet you know that they're suing the builders, i.e. they know, it pisses you off.
As for Keller and his fiancée, they say they're now considering legal action. We asked to see the Irvine Company's own mold inspection reports, but it declined to share those with us.
That moldy flip-flop, I can't get that picture out of my mind. Never seen anything like it. Eric, thank you. If you